Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm sharing my journey of how I paid off an overwhelming $50,000 in debt. This experience was both challenging and transformative, and I hope that by sharing my story, I can inspire others who might be feeling the weight of debt. If you're struggling with debt or just looking for tips on financial management, stick around. I'll break down the steps I took, the mindset shifts that helped me, and the practical strategies that made all the difference. Let's start with some background. A few years ago, I found myself in a difficult financial situation. I had accumulated $50,000 debt from student loans, credit cards, and personal loans. At first, I didn't realize how serious my situation was. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and the stress was overwhelming. Every month, I would make minimum payments, but it felt like I was just treading water. The interest rates kept rising, and I was drowning in financial anxiety. It wasn't until I sat down and calculated exactly how much I owed that I realized I needed to take action. The number felt daunting, but I knew I had to change my habits if I wanted to regain control of my financial life. The first step in my debt payoff journey was a significant mindset shift. I had to accept responsibility for my financial situation. I stopped blaming external factors and recognized that my spending habits and choices had led me here. This realization was liberating. It meant that I could also change my circumstances. I started to view my debt not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a challenge I could overcome. I found motivation in stories of others who had successfully paid off their debt, and this inspired me to create my own plan. Creating a budget, next I knew I had to get serious about budgeting. I created a detailed budget that tracked my income and expenses. I used a simple spreadsheet to categorize my spending and identify areas where I could cut back. I realized that I was spending a lot on known essentials like dining out, subscriptions, and impulse purchases. By eliminating these unnecessary expenses, I was able to free up extra money to put toward my debt. I also committed to a no-spend challenge for a month, which helped me break my spending habits and focus on my financial goals. This budget became my roadmap, guiding me toward financial freedom. With my budget in place, I decided to implement the debt snowball method. This approach focuses on paying off the smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger debts. The idea is to gain momentum and motivation as you eliminate debts. I listed my debts from smallest to largest and tackled the smallest one first. I put any extra money I could find, whether from side gigs, selling items I no longer needed, or cutting back on discretionary spending toward that smallest debt. Once it was gone, I moved on to the next one. This method not only helped me pay off my debts, but also built my confidence and motivation along the way. While cutting expenses was essential, I knew I also needed to increase my income. I took on side jobs and freelance work to generate extra cash flow. I leveraged my skills and hobbies, such as graphic design and writing, to find gigs online. I also participated in surveys and focus groups. This additional income was crucial in accelerating my debt repayment. I funneled every extra dollar I earned directly toward my debt, which significantly sped up the process. The harder I worked, the more empowered I felt, and seeing my debt decrease month after month kept me motivated. Accountability played a significant role in my journey. I shared my goals with friends and family, which created a support system. I also joined online communities focused on debt repayment. Sharing my progress and challenges with others provided me with encouragement and motivation. I celebrated small wins, whether it was paying off a debt or sticking to my budget for a month. These victories kept my spirits high and reinforced my commitment to my financial goals. Celebrating success, after 2 years of hard work, I finally paid off the last of my $50,000 debt. The feeling of liberation was indescribable. I celebrated this milestone by treating myself to a modest rewarder weekend getaway. This celebration wasn't just about the end of my debt journey. It was a recognition of the hard work, discipline, and changes I had made along the way. I realized that being debt-free wasn't just about the numbers, but also about the freedom and peace of mind that came with it. Through this journey, I learned valuable lessons about money management, discipline, and the importance of mindset. I understand now that financial freedom is not just about paying off debt, it's about building a sustainable financial future. I've since shifted my focus towards saving and investing, ensuring that I won't find myself in a similar situation again. I've created an emergency fund and started investing in a retirement account, which brings me peace of mind for the future. I hope my story inspires you to take action. Remember, it's never too late to start your journey toward financial freedom. You can do this. Start small, stay consistent, and don't hesitate to seek support when you need it. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your own experiences in the comments below. Let's support each other on this journey to financial wellness.